Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into an important and often overlooked aspect of crime, victimology, and the various impacts criminal victimization has on individuals. We'll explore not just the physical consequences, but also the psychological and financial harms that victims endure. This presentation aims to deepen our understanding of these effects and highlight the significance of supporting victims throughout the justice process. Let's get started. Victimology is the systematic study of victims and how criminal acts affect their lives. This field looks closely at different dimensions of victimization, including not only the physical injuries someone might suffer, but also the psychological effects and financial losses they may experience. By understanding these impacts, we can better shape support systems and legal frameworks, as well as develop preventative measures to reduce harm for those affected by crime. At its core, victimology is focused on the real-life consequences that criminal acts have on victims, aiming to improve their overall well-being in response to crime. Criminal victimization happens when someone directly experiences or is threatened by criminal behavior. This can take many forms. Someone might be physically hurt during a violent crime, or they might suffer emotional trauma as a result of the incident. There can also be financial impacts, like losing money or property due to theft or fraud. These harms, physical, emotional, and financial, are the common types victims face. Importantly, the effects don't always stop with the crime itself. Victims often deal with both immediate and long-lasting consequences that can affect many aspects of their lives. When we talk about the types of harm victims experience, there are three main categories to consider. First, physical harm, which involves any injury or the threat of injury to a person's body as a direct result of a criminal act. This can range from minor wounds to severe, life-altering injuries. Next, psychological harm is equally significant. It includes the emotional and mental impact on the victim, such as trauma, fear, anxiety, and sometimes longer-term mental health issues that arise from being victimized. Lastly, financial harm refers to the monetary losses a victim might suffer. This could be through theft, damage to property, or the extra costs that come up because of the crime. Understanding these types of harm helps us see the full scope of how crime affects people beyond just the immediate event. On this slide, we look at different examples of criminal victimization to understand the various ways people can be affected. First, we have physical harm. This often involves direct injury, like when someone is assaulted during a robbery and ends up with bodily injuries. It's a very tangible and immediate impact. Then, there's psychological harm, which may not be visible but can be equally devastating. For instance, a person who experiences a home invasion might develop post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, which affects their mental health long after the event. Lastly, we have financial harm, which happens when a victim's personal financial information, like credit card details, is stolen and used fraudulently. This kind of harm can create long-lasting challenges, as victims have to deal with financial loss and restoring their credit. Together, these examples show how criminal acts can affect people in multiple, serious ways.